I accidentally set off a car alarm earlier today when I moved my bike into the garage. I was just, just driving a good piggy like I am right now, and then somehow set off a car next to me, and it was awkward, but also secretly funny. Dudes, I am chill, carrying over from yesterday. I was planning to record yesterday when I was riding, but I decided I just wanted to chill and just ride because I was really enjoying myself. But I'm kind of on a mission right now. I'm going through the parking garages that I know about because I'm trying to find one that I can record in. I need to record the Finally Friday Emoto Mondays intros and outros, and I have to do it somewhere here in Maryland, so I'm just scouting garages. What I want is something that's, well, preferably empty, and then also something that doesn't have windows like that. I want a big closed one so I can just have a nice big concrete cage to record in. So I've been driving the supercar, the R8. Well, in the last week I've been driving that way more than I have the bike. I hadn't ridden the bike in a week. In fact, when I got on it, it kind of turned on. I was like, well, that sounds like a low battery, but that's probably fine. And then I got to a stoplight like a quarter mile away from my house, and then it just died when I tried to shift out of neutral into first gear. So I was like, well, that's no good. And then it said like MTC failure, and I was like, oh crud, and I couldn't get it to start again. Couldn't push it because it was too heavy. I know what you're thinking, dude. I want to get around them too. I know exactly what you mean. Only no one can do it as fast as this bike. This bike is too fast for your economy cars. So I had to push the bike home quarter mile. Now granted, I got to coast and sit on it down some hills halfway, but that was still, what's the math? An eighth of a mile that I had to push it, and that was not fun. Not fun. Not the worst thing that's ever happened to me, but not fun. And I thought, well, it could be an actual problem with the bike, but I bet it's a low battery because I hadn't ridden it all week. I've just been traveling and stuff, so I plugged it in, and then it seemed to work just fine. This one's got windows in it, or windows, what do you call those? Big old slits, but I'm going to check it anyway. I don't think this is going to work because this one is in an area that is just too busy. Only thing I have to compare this to is like back in Kansas. It was a busy area, but not busy like this area is. And this garage is like even smaller. So there's no way this garage is going to be empty, except for maybe in the middle of the night. And I might just be out of luck. It may just be that I have to come to one of these garages freaking in the middle of the night if I want to record anything. So when I rode it last night, it was a lot like this. It was just sunset, summer sunset, which is like one of the best times ever to ride. I was riding like this, and I was going to record Finally Friday, but I found myself enjoying my ride way more than I thought I would. I was like, dude, I really like riding motorcycles. Like, driving the car is fun, but nothing is like driving a bike, and nothing's like driving this bike. It's my favorite bike I've ever owned. I was explaining to somebody, I like driving with a manual because that's how you feel more involved with the car. You feel more at one with the machine, but on a bike, I said it's like that times 3. I mean, you're even more involved with your vehicle. You're more with the machine, and so riding a bike is more of an experience. It's a different experience. Like, you can like and do cars and motorcycles. They're just two different things. Another way I explain it is like, so say driving is a game. That's a game you like playing, and a motorcycle is a controller. This is the garage. Motorcycle is a controller, and you may know how to play it with this, but then if you grab like a car, it's a different controller, and you're still playing the same game of driving. All the same rules apply. You know how to play the game, but the controller is totally different, and it takes a while to get used to, but you might find that you like playing with that or both. I don't think I'm gonna have any luck finding a garage. Maybe one of you guys can tell me, about a big, empty, awesome garage I can be in. Something I do need to get changed on this bike, though, something I need to get fixed, is the freaking headlight. I think it's aimed too high. I know the headlight's been taken on and off several times, so I know its position is not what it was originally, but at night, I feel bad. I'm pretty sure it's too high. I seem to remember the bottom of the light hitting right in front of the bike. That makes sense, but it doesn't hit until like two of these car lengths in front, and then the top of the headlight can like go into somebody's car, and it's not a high beam, it's low beam. I'm like, that seems to be wrong. So when I was messing with the headlight, there seems to only be one thing. This is a good place to like get a picture of it. I should be vain. I don't take a lot of pictures of my vehicles, so that's a problem. There's some R-rated stuff going on right there, so I'll leave them alone. Well, I was going to take pictures, but they're in the middle of launching their career on an obscure website. All right, let's see if there's couple working on their explicit account, or if I have them to be vain. Awesome, I can be vain and take a picture. No parking there, huh? Well, I don't know if you noticed this, but there's nothing that says no parking here. I might be able to get that sun before it goes away. General failure. That's from earlier when I honked the horn. The horn doesn't work like it should. I mean, I guess that's just how it works, but you have to hold the horn, the compressor's kicking on, and then it builds up air, and then it starts to come out like a whine, like... You'd have to hold it for a few seconds for it to work actively. So after a while, the air in the compressor will seep out, and then you got to charge it up again. So it's a good sounding horn when it works, but I'll never use it because why would I use that quiet little horn when the engine idle is louder than that horn could ever be? So anyway, I got to record before the sun goes away. Gosh, that's not cool with the sun gone. I can get a usable picture out of this. This will make it worth it. Boop. Well, now I gotta find a gas station because this bike sucks on gas mileage. I'm amazed. My car actually does not get bad gas mileage. I'm really surprised. The Jeep gets bad gas mileage, not a big surprise. The car actually does. I don't know what the mileage is. I just know it seems to be twice as much as my bike or my Jeep is. I've been mentioning how I want to be a better driver when it comes to riding a bike and in general. I want to take advanced courses and stuff. I've looked into it a little bit. There's one coming up in September that I'm going to go to. I actually got invited to a couple track days. One of which, when is that? It's coming up in the fall, and I get to ride a special bike. I think that's all I'm allowed to say about it. I don't know how to say anything about it, so I won't. But I got one track day for sure on a bike that's not mine, and then another track day on this bike. So not that track days will make me a better driver, but I don't know why it would make me a worse driver. But those are coming up. That's the end of that story. I'm pretty warm from coasting through those garages. You'd be surprised how hot it is even in the shade of the garage, just because there's no air. So I'm gonna get out into some roads and hit it really quick. Maybe I can hit it, twist it, flick it, rock it, pull it, snag it, bop it, throw it, twist it, yank it before I get to the gas station. It doesn't get old. Flick! Whoa! Oh God! When the front wheel comes up and does this. I'm trying to make sure I fill up all the way, but not too much. So I'm doing a bit more normal. Normally I do like 3.5 gallons, but I just did 4, and it wasn't that low, so the tank has got to be at least 4. Man, I really should be not lazy and Google on Wiki how big the tank is, because that's half the issue. I really love my bicycle, except it's not a bike. Some people say it's motorcycle. I just missed the way to rhyme. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I'm quitting really good. I wanted to go faster than that, but, you know, reasons. Okay, that's all. Thanks for watching and hanging out. See you later. Bye.